Hi there, hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson I will teach you applications of the sum and the products of the roots of a cubic equations. Of course, there is a PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. First one, to find alpha plus beta plus gamma, first of all, we need to know the rule, right? The rule is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to negative b over a. And we know that for the cubic equations, a is the coefficients of x to the power of 3, so which is 2. And b is the coefficients of x squared, so that is negative 3. And c is the coefficients of x, so that is 4. And d is the constant, that is 7. So now we just apply the rule. So negative b over a, so that will give me, I just write equal here. So negative b, so b is negative 3. So I just write it out. So negative, give me positive. So 3 and over a is 2. So there you go. So you can just write 1.5 or 1.5. Doesn't really matter. So I just write 1.5 we do. Okay, there you go. And the sum of the products of the roots, so alpha times beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma. So that should give me, the rule is, and we know the rule, so it's c over a. And c, we know that c is 4, so that is 4 over a. And in this case, a is 2. So 4 over 2, the answer is 2. So there you go. And to find alpha, beta, gamma, so that is equal to, the rule again is equal to negative d over a. So we know that d is 7. So therefore negative d is equal to negative 7 over a. And a is 2. So which is over 2. So that is negative 3.5. Or you can write in decimal form. So negative 3.5. So there you go. So part D. So we need to find alpha square plus beta square and gamma square. Okay. So to do this, so if you think about it, let me just move this up a little bit. So if we have, let's say alpha plus beta plus gamma all square, that should give me, let me just expand this first. Okay. So this is exactly the same as this. Let me just write it out. So that will give me alpha plus beta plus gamma, and we times it again because a squared is a times a. Okay, keep that in mind. So alpha plus beta plus gamma. So now what we have is alpha times alpha, give me alpha squared, and alpha times beta, that is alpha beta. And alpha times gamma will give me alpha gamma. So which is, let me just write this down. So alpha with alpha, so alpha squared, and alpha times beta is plus alpha beta. And alpha times gamma is plus alpha gamma. So now we just go for this one here. So beta times alpha, so that becomes alpha times beta is the same. And then we add beta times beta, that is beta squared. And we have beta times gamma, so that is beta gamma. We add beta gamma. And the last one is gamma times alpha, so that is exactly the same as alpha gamma. And we have gamma times beta, so it's same as beta gamma. So I just add beta gamma. And this time together, so that will give me alpha square. So we just add them up, alpha square. So what I do now is I just group them, okay? So let me just write alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. So let me just write it out first. So that will give me equal to alpha square, we add beta square, and then we add gamma square. Now I'm going to collect like terms, alpha beta, and we add another alpha beta, so that gives us 2 alpha beta. So plus 2 alpha beta. And then we have alpha gamma, and we add alpha gamma. So that give me 2 lots of those. So we add 2 alpha gamma. And then we have beta gamma, we add beta gamma. So we have 2 lots of those. So that add 2 beta gamma. So now what I do now is I take out the common factor for these terms here. And the common factor is 2. Okay, let me just take them out first. So I just copy this down. So alpha square, we add beta square, we add gamma square, and then we add, I take the common factor out. So that is 2. Then that will give me alpha beta. We add alpha gamma, we add beta gamma. So there you go. So now what I do, I just rearrange this, okay? So I just move these terms here on this side, okay? So that will give me, let me just write this down first. This is alpha plus beta plus gamma square, right? So now I just move this on this side. So this will give me alpha plus beta plus gamma all square. We minus, okay, 2 lots of alpha beta plus alpha gamma, and we add beta gamma. And that is equal to alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. So there you go. Or we can write, therefore, alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square will give me alpha plus beta plus gamma all square minus 2 lots of alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma. So that is the rule. So let me just write this on here. So that will give me is equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma all square, and then minus 2 lots of alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma. So let me just move this down. So what I do now is I just substitute this value in, okay? So we know that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 1.5. So let me just replace this. So that is equal to 1.5 square. And we minus 2 lots of 2, okay? Because this is equal to 2. That is 2 here, okay? So that is 2 lots of 2. So that will give me, so I just quickly put on a calculator. So I just go 1.5 square, we minus 4. So there you go, negative 1.75 or negative 1 3/4 if you like. So that is equal to negative 1 3/4. So there you go. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How do you go? So let me just go through them with you, okay? Before I do that, please do not forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done so you can help me to grow my channel. So let's get into it. So first of all, to find the sum of the roots. So first of all, we know that the sum of the roots is equal to negative b over a. And we know that a is the coefficients of x to the power 3, so that is 1. And b is the coefficients of x squared, so that is negative 4. And then c is the coefficient of x, so that is negative 3. And d is the last term, that is constant, so that is 2. So now we just substitute the value in. So negative b, so b is negative 4, so a negative give you a positive. So that is 4 over a. A is 1. So the answer is 4. So there you go. Part B. So the sum of the products of the roots. So that is equal to c over a. So c, we have c is negative 3. And a is 1. So negative 3 over 1 is negative 3. So let me just write here, negative 3. So now the products of the roots, so that is equal to negative d over a. And we know that d is equal to 2. That is 2 here. And then over a. A is 1. So negative 2 over 1. So that will give me negative 2. So there you go. Part D. So what we need to do is we just need to add the fraction together. Okay, let me just do one step at a time. So let me just add these two together first. So therefore, the common denominator is alpha beta. So let me just write equal alpha beta. So the first term is we times by beta and beta. So that becomes beta. And then we add this second term here, we times by alpha and times alpha, right? So 1 times alpha is alpha. So we add 1 over gamma. So there you go. So we just add a bit further. So the common denominator now is we just need to times this by alpha beta. And you times by alpha beta. And whereas this one here, we need to times by gamma. That's all, okay? So let me just expand it out. So that give me beta gamma. We add alpha gamma. And then we plus, I can put all in one term now because they're same common denominator. So it's alpha beta over alpha beta and gamma. So that's what it is. So now what I do, I just substitute this value in. So the sum of the products of the roots is negative 3. And the products of the root is negative 2. So in another word, negative 3 over negative 2. So that is equal to negative 3 over negative 2. So negative over negative, positive. So that is 1.5 or 1.5. So 1.5. That we do. So last one. So to work this out, first of all, we need to expand the brackets first, okay? So that will give me, so what I do, I just remove this bracket first. So that will give me alpha beta. And we just go this way. So that give me 2 alpha. Now we just go 2 times beta. So we add 2 beta. And 2 times 2 will give me 4. So we add 4. So now we just did this. So we just, let me just brackets. And then we times by gamma plus 2. So now what I do, I need to expand it further. So that is equal to, we just go this time together. So alpha, beta, and gamma. Then we just times this with 2. So that is equal to 2 lots of alpha and beta. Then next one is we just go 2 alpha times that. So get me 2 alpha gamma. And we have this times together, give me 4. So plus 4 alpha. There you go. And now we move on to 2 beta times that. So that is equal to 2 beta gamma. And then we add 2 beta times 2. So give me 4 beta. So we add 4 beta. Now we just go 4 times this. Give me 4 gamma. And 4 times this. Give me 8. We add 8. There you go. So now what I do, I just rewrite this in a different order. So what I do, I just put this group together. Okay. And then we write this group together. So let me just rewrite this. So that is equal to alpha, beta, gamma. And then we add 2 lots of alpha, beta. We add 2 lots of alpha, gamma. So 2 lots of alpha and gamma. And we add 2 lots of beta, gamma. So 2 beta, gamma. And then we add. So now we have 4 alpha plus 4 beta plus 4 gamma. We add 8. So now what I do, I just need to take our common factor for these terms here. So the common factor is 2. And for these terms, I take out a common factor and it is 4. So let me just write it out. So that should give me equal to, let me write alpha, beta, gamma. We add 2 common factor. Alpha, beta. We add alpha, gamma. And we add beta, gamma. And then we add the common factor of the sum of the roots is 4. We take it out, and then we go alpha plus beta plus gamma. And the 8, we just write this down. So there you go. So what I do now is I just substitute this value in. So first of all, we know that the products of the roots is -2. So let me just write this down. So -2 and then plus 2 lots of the sum of the products of the roots. So that is -3. So let me write this down. So -3, and then we add 4 lots of the sum of the roots. So that is 4. So let me just write this down. So that is 4. And then we add 8. So that will give me, so that is -2 minus 6 plus 16 plus 8. So what do we get? So we just go, this cancel that, give me 10. And this cancel that, give me 6. So that is 16. So the answer is 16. Otherwise, just put on a calculator. So there you go. And I hope you got all of them correct. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.